What is going on, everybody? It's Nick Payne with another episode of Facemask Fantasy. Before I begin, just want to let everybody know our 2021 Shallow League Redraft Draft Plan is now available on our website. You can go to our page, facemaskpod.com, enter your email address, and you will get a link to the plan, which is 100% free. Player breakdowns, positional breakdowns by tiers, guys I'm targeting, guys I think you may want to consider fading. Plenty of information for you in there to attack your shallow league, 10-team, 12-team league draft, and come away with a solid foundation. Now, on to today's topic. There's a running back that's been making some waves a little bit, and I want to talk about him because this backfield is very much unsettled. I'm talking about the Miami Dolphins, and the player I'm talking about is Malcolm Brown. Brown comes to Miami after some productive years as a backup with the Rams. Averaged 4 yards per carry. Decent, not great, but his strength is short yardage situations. Now, Myles Gaskin enters as the starter, something most people expected throughout the offseason. And Gaskin was solid last year when healthy. That's the caveat. With the way the Dolphins have been using Brown, though, in camp, I think it's fair to expect him to handle some pretty important touches. So, like I said, short yardage situations. That means goal line work. Brown also listed, this came out a couple of days ago, listed on the depth chart above the likes of Salvon Ahmed, Patrick Laird, and 7th round pick Jared Dokes on the first depth chart put out by the team. Yes, these initial depth charts are never guaranteed or even likely to stay the same, even from camp to, week one, much less for the entire season. But still promising for Brown to see his name high up on the depth chart. The team added him in free agency, and outside of Dokes, the late round pick, Miami didn't add anyone else to their backfield. They brought in Jordan Scarlett on a reserve futures deal, last played in the NFL in 2019. All this to say, I think the Dolphins envision Brown very much carving out a role for their offense. Remember, this is a running back room filled with players that just don't have that much draft capital invested in them. Gaskin was a 7th round pick. Both Malcolm Brown and Salvon Ahmed, undrafted free agents. Dokes is a 7th round pick that some dynasty folks like, but again, he's a 7th round pick. You cannot rule out the Dolphins will end up just riding the hot hand this year. For now, Gaskin remains the favorite for that. But by all accounts, coming out of Dolphins camp, it's Brown who is the one scoring the touchdowns. That's the moneymaker in fantasy, and it's why Brown should officially be on your draft radar in the lower rounds. Should be cheap, let's say no later than a 13th or 14th round pick, and he has higher odds as a hit, as an upside draft pick, if he's got the goal line work already locked up and then can carve out more of a role from there. The scores are what makes him a potential bye-week fill-in or a potential flex play. Anything else is gravy. So I think given his role, and just if you're not a believer in this Dolphins backfield at all as far as the depth chart is concerned, Brown presents a solid flyer if you want to take that one extra running back as you're wrapping your draft up. Normally, I tell you these types of players you can probably leave on the waiver wire, but because Brown is a running back, obviously there's a bit more of a premium on getting those guys right, getting those picks right, and being able to make up for potential injury concerns. I think you could do worse at the very end of your drafts than taking a player that the team identified in free agency, signed, and now sits close to the top of the depth chart with important potential work ahead of him. What do you guys think? Any thoughts on Malcolm Brown whatsoever and his role for this Dolphins backfield? Drop some comments below and we can have a conversation about this. Till then, this is Nick Payne with Facemask Fantasy, producing fantasy content for you each and every day. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for listening.